Alright, so we're gonna continue our Rhino encounter with Rogue and Jubilee. Totally forgot to get the rules and reference documents out. So let me just do that real quick here. We can start. I'm actually really looking forward to this session because we were able to draw superhero adaptation, 2 superhero adaptation cards for Rogue last night. So that should be pretty fun to use. As a matter of fact, I almost played the game again last night, but then I went to bed just to lay down and I fell asleep. Sometimes my days are just like really, really long. So, you know, it's if I don't um, find something to do or play a game or stay in my game room, I would just fall asleep. It's so easy to fall asleep in the bedroom, especially with Suki there, because Suki goes to bed pretty early. So she sleeps on the bed. So if I go to the bedroom, lay down on the bed, and she's right there, all soft and sweet, I would just fall asleep right next to her. So, all right. So yeah, let's begin. Okay. So it is Rhino's turn actually as the villain phase. So since Rogue was the first player last time, so he's gonna attack Rogue. What we're probably gonna do here is we're just gonna have Karma defend. Since Karma, once you've used up her, controlled ally ability, whatever it's called, it doesn't have a name here. Mind control, kind of, once you've already manipulated a minion and turned the minion to our side, she doesn't do anything else. She doesn't thwart, she doesn't attack, she just sits there, not doing anything else. Unless we're able to give her something to do, I guess, with another card, but so we're just gonna have her defend. So we're gonna defend with her. Let me see here if there's anything else. Nope. So we're just gonna have her defend. So let's see what happens here. Oh, and then he gets to scheme. That's right. The threat accumulates. So 2 more. So now it's 6. And he needs 14 for him to win. So we have to keep that in mind. And he's going to attack for 3, but does it have? No. Okay. So she's just gonna. There's no trample, right? So he's gonna get rid of Karma. And then now he's going to attack Jubilee. I think Jubilee does have to. Well, we want to be able to use Grand Finale next round. I mean, there's no way that he can kill her with 8 HP remaining, right? So I think we're just gonna go ahead and just let her get damage. So let's see here. So, oh my god, two. It's 4 damage, so she's down to 4, which is, it's fine. She's still okay. We can always recover actually after. But I think if you flip, no, you don't have to exhaust. Flipping into your alter ego, changing into your alter ego doesn't require you to exhaust the card. I think it only you're only allowed to do it once, but you don't have to exhaust the card. Let me just make sure. Alter ego. Form. Identity. The only thing I don't like about this online, or this document is, like I said, I think it's an Adobe thing. It takes a while sometimes for it to pop up. Identity, FGHI. Okay, identity is a player card type that represents which character plays is playing in the game. Player's identity card is a double-sided card. Each round begins in the alter ego form. If a card refers to a hero, or each player begins the game in alter ego form. Wait, they don't begin in hero form? So we messed it up, really? Hero. Each player begins the game in alter ego form. Really? Oh, well, I guess technically... Well, because you don't have to... exhaust the card anyway, so it's not doing anything that we didn't do that. But I didn't. Really? I thought you always start with the hero form. Okay, so player's identity card. Okay, let's see. Each player begins the game in alter ego form. If a card refers to a hero, alter ego refers to identity cannot be discarded from play. Face up side or identity card is considered to be in play. Okay, there's nothing on that page. Let's see here. I could have sworn that you always... I guess not. How could I miss this? Well, like I said, it doesn't even really matter because you always flip it anyway. Why would you begin in alter ego form, though? I mean, what could have... what can she do in alter ego form? Search your deck for shopping spree. Ooh. That's actually pretty good. So you can start with that player side scheme. Okay, what about rogue? I'm just curious now. Set your touch upgrade aside. Oh, okay, so that's the setup. After you change to this form, set touch aside. Withdrawn. Oh, so you have to set your touch upgrade aside whenever you switch to her alter ego form, so you have to take that away. Okay. But then in hero form, then she can assign it to somebody. Okay. But and she can assign that every time she's in hero form until she gets back to her, when it's back to her turn anyway. Because that's her action. Touch to another character. Yeah. Okay. You can do that once per turn. Okay. Well. All right. Did they even mention it here? Set aside Nemesis. Select first character. Set Spider-Man's hit point. Each player set their hit point. Each player selects one identity card and places its alter ego side face up. Okay, well, I don't even remember if I did that like years back when I was playing this game, but I apparently I apparently I've totally forgotten about that. But I just want to see this changing form. To change hero from hero to alter ego or from alter ego to hero, the player announces their intent and flips their identity card to the other side. Each player may change form once each round only during their own turns. When player changes form, the character remains in the same state, ready or exhausted. Yeah, so at least it doesn't exhaust your character. I guess that's the beauty of it. So yeah, we can always recover, but the problem is that means you can't regenerate resource. But we already decided that she's gonna just take the damage, right? So it's 4. She was at 8, so she gets damage for 4. Okay, that's fine. She's gonna recover that next turn, when it's her turn. Okay, so now Rogue takes an encounter card, and it is going to be Gang Up. When revealed, she's in hero form. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay. Thankfully, there's no minion. So, he's gonna attack. So whenever he attacks, he gets a boost. Do I want to, defend? I think I should. Because I want to keep her in hero form at least, you know. Yeah, let's defend. So Rogue is gonna defend, and Rhino is attacking for 4. Jesus. So she gets damage for 2, so down to 7. But she has retaliate, so Rhino's down to 16. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay. Alright, so now it is Jubilee's encounter card. And it is Hydra Mercenary. When this minion is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. Okay. So Jubilee can't attack the villain right now. He has 3 HP. Okay. Now, that's all done. Pass the first player token, so now Jubilee gets the act first. Let's see, so we want to heal Jubilee. Now we're gonna go ahead and, yeah. So, I guess by default, if you start Jubilee in alter ego form, then you would have shopping spree readily available to begin with. Okay, so, but we're gonna go ahead and activate that. It doesn't cost us anything. Threat cannot be removed from this scheme by heroes or allies. What? Exhaust your identity, remove one. What is this? Does this change the whole game? Let me just check here. Threat cannot be removed from this scheme by heroes or allies. Alter ego action. Exhaust your identity. Remove one threat from here. Any player may trigger this ability. When defeated, the player who defeated the scheme searches their pile and discard pile for an item card. Oh, okay, that's nice. So this actually, you can complete this side scheme by going into alter ego form. So, all right. So it's only you only have to do that twice. There's no flavor tax. Okay. All right, so we have to. What is Hydra doing here, Carol Danvers? Let's see here. 3 HP, huh? Because when I was thinking, what I was imagining last night when I wanted to jump back into the game and then instead of falling asleep with Suki on the bed, was that I was gonna have Jubilee use Grand Finale, and then Rogue can use Superpower Adaptation to borrow Grand Finale, and then she can do Grand Finale. You know, so that was my fantasy last night. So. Because Grand Finale is pretty pretty good. It's like 8 damage, as long as you are willing to spend 3 different resource types. Because you get the default deal 2 damage, and then for each different resource type you can choose an enemy and deal 2 damage to it. I guess we can still do this. I can, which is fine, because so that means that we have to attack Hydra Mercenary twice, and then the third attack is going to be Rhino. Unless, do I have a different, unless I want to get a resource from Jubilee, but that's going to be a wild resource. But, yeah, we're missing 1 resource type to get the full 8 damage. Double the number of resources card generates for paying for a justice card. You know what? We should just then. So that means we can save 1 card. So I'm gonna, since this is a justice card. Is it? Justice yellow. Do they consider, no, justice card. Protection. I guess it will say justice. So this is not considered a justice card. This is just Jubilee's, hero card or whatever. Justice cards like this. Well, we can only really use 2 anyway, because to get the +4 damage, we have to use all 3. Well, no, we do have to use all 3, which is fine. We're gonna go ahead and use all 3, because this is not a justice card. This is a Jubilee hero card, or whatever it's called, identity card, whatever that's called. Does your identity card, because I see that like with Rogue it's green, and then with Jubilee it's yellow. I mean, does that, let me see here. Hey sweetheart, you need to go pee pee. Because you hear me talking over here and now you want to go out. Give me a second, baby, okay? What do you call the hero cards? Okay. Hold on, sweetheart. Please don't pee pee there. Just you gotta give me a second, baby. Okay. 1, 2, 2. Each hero card is associated with one of the 4 aspects. Yeah, but do you call the hero cards like a justice card, or I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like justice, aggression, protection, or leadership. Because are you still here, baby? Okay. Because Jubilee's cards are all like yellow. Okay, so double the number of resources this card generates while paying for a justice yellow card. So there's Jubilee's cards, are they considered justice cards? I mean, that's the part that I don't understand. Is this like... Let's see. I mean, I can't... I'm typing the questions in here, but I can't seem to find an answer. So it might be identity specific card. May only be used alongside identity, and any card is designated by the identity icon. Let's maybe it's under aspect, and then I have to take this girl out because she's just aspect cards. It's like, see the problem also, because she's so needy. You know, if she hears me talking here, if she sees me walking in the hallway, she would be sleeping in the bedroom, and she would notice the sound, and she would wake up, and then she would see me in there, and she wants to be taken out. So extremely needy. Cards in the aspect classifications are any cards that belong to justice, aggression, leadership, and protection aspects. When building a player deck, a player must choose one of the 5 aspects. A card's aspect is designated by the aspect name printed at the bottom card in the deck building classification. So it doesn't say anything about your hero card having an actual aspect. So then I would just assume that when it says that you're playing a justice card, that it has to specifically say justice. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, where were we? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, we were trying to decide whether or not we get double resource with the power of justice, because we're playing grand finale, but I don't think we do. Because I think they have to specify that it's a justice card, which is kind of strange, because $14, $16, yellow. It's pink. Yeah, I mean, in the manual it doesn't say anything about. Don't even try. We just went out. Don't even try, girl. No. Yeah, exactly. Why don't you go back to the bedroom and just go relax? Well, you can chill here, but I'm not gonna take you out again. We just went out. Okay, yeah, because in the manual it didn't say anything about, because I think they would have mentioned it in the manual if we can consider these hero cards having specific aspects attached to them. And since there's no mention of it, then I'm just gonna assume the card's aspect is designation by the aspect's name printed at the bottom of the card in its deck building classification area. There's a Q&A section right at the end of this. Let me see here, just to see. No, you can cry all you want. We just went out. We just went out, baby. God damn. You can cry all you want. We were just out there, so you already did your business. We were just out there. Stop being silly now. 18 leadership aspect. Receive 1 fewer card. My hero has a tough status. Can legal practice remove threat? Has a tough status card. Repulsive blast. Webbed up. Pepper pots. Ancestral knowledge. The power of aspect resource card. Generate 1 resource or 2 resources. Make the call states action. Pay the printed cost of an ally. Okay, yeah, these are like specific. Maybe you can type Jubilee. Hero pack. No, nothing on Jubilee. Power of Justice. Yeah, I don't know what else you want, baby. We just went out. You want me to take you to the bedroom? Here we go. Power of Justice. Nothing. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go because I tried typing the questions online and I don't see anything about it. So. Okay, so we're gonna use these 3 cards to pay for grand finale. But we can only do 6 damage because we're dealing 2 damage to an enemy, and then for each additional resource type you use to pay for this card, you choose an enemy and deal 2 damage to it. So the first 2 damage is going to be on the Hydra Mercenary because it has guard, so you have to take care of it first. And then the second attack is going to be on the Hydra Mercenary again. So at least we have that taken care of. And then the third one, we would have had a fourth if we have another type of resource. But the third one is going to be 2 damage to Rhino. So Rhino is down to 14. Okay. Now, since Jubilee is at 4 health, what we should do is change her to alter ego, and then whenever we do that, we remove a threat from shopping spree. Alter ego action, exhaust your identity, remove 1 threat here. Oh, but we can't even. Oh no, but it says exhaust your identity though. Remove 1 threat from here. Any play may trigger this ability. Because we can only do 1 thing when we exhaust. And I want to get recover, so I can't even do... I can't even do that alter ego action. So we're just going to recover. So we get 3 back. So now she's back to 7. Oh, and we use grand finale. We use all of the cards. We have 4 cards remaining. Only 4? Oh, did we use... hold on. Oh, because the other one was Generation X. That's right. Okay. Was it? Multi-talented? Did I? Okay. Oh no, shopping spree was that. Yeah, that's why we have 4 left. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now she's back to 7. And now it's Rogue's turn. And she's exhausted. We're gonna use touch on Jubilee so that we can steal some abilities here. So I'm going to go ahead and use, in superpower adaptation, it doesn't even require any resources to use. So if touch is attached to a friendly character, search its owner's discard pile for an event that belongs to the same classification as that character, identity specific, aspect, or basic. What does that mean though? For an event that belongs to the same classification as that character. What do you mean same classification as that character? Then why are we saying identity specific, aspect, or basic? So basically anything? Anything that's an event? I mean, I don't understand that. What are they trying to say here? Same classification as that character. Why wouldn't it be the same classification as that character? Okay, this is... You know, sometimes there's a reason why they're saying it this way. That there's got to be a reason. It's just that sometimes they go kind of crazy with like the rules. Just absolutely nuts. It's like sometimes maybe over explaining, but there's got to be a reason why they're saying it this way. For an event that belongs to the same classification as that character, identity specific, aspect, or basic. I mean, what else could there be? I mean, that's what I don't understand. We're looking for an event, you know. It's not like... So we understand that it's not going to be like an upgrade or resource. We're looking for events in the discard pile. We can get a basic, we can get a justice, or we can get an identity one. Okay, whatever. So I think what we should do is, we definitely want to steal Grand Finale. I do have 2 superpower adaptation cards, so I'm going to use one for... I think she already used up both of a Grand Finale, right? So we can even get like 2 Grand Finales. Or I can get 1 Grand Finale and 1 multi-talented. I mean, the cool thing about multi-talented is you get to do damage plus, depending on the resource that you use, you can do damage plus thwart plus heal, which is pretty cool. But let me see here. Yeah, I think she used Grand Finale earlier, so we can, or we can do 2 Grand Finales. Oh no, she didn't. Okay, that was like my previous playthrough, I guess, or attempt. Oh no, yeah, just 1 Grand Finale. So I guess we'll take 1 Grand Finale, 1 multi-talented. You know, we gain Stalwart because we're touching Jubilee. So for this one, we're going to get Grand Finale. And then for this one, I'm going to get multi-talented. This is pretty fun though. I like the whole idea of, you know, her absorbing another hero's ability. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so that's done. Now we can actually do Grand Finale for 8 damage because I have 3 different resources. But I also have Sudden Cross that requires 3 resources as well. I want to keep multi-talented. I guess we got options here. This is building up. So maybe we'll save grand finale for next turn. Or we can do multi-talented because we can trigger all three of those things. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that because we're not even gonna kill off Rhino anyway because he has 14 and we're only doing 8 damage. It's gonna reduce it way down, but I think we can wait. So we'll just do some chip damage right now. So I'm gonna use unflappable here for mental, resource, strength, and wild. So then we get to damage the enemy for 2. So now he's down to 12. And we're gonna thwart for 2. So now this is 4. And then heal for 2. So she's back to 9. Nice. And then this goes back to Jubilee. Alright. She can't do anything. Well, she can actually also flip to but she can't heal because she's already exhausted. So even if she flips, then he gets to scheme. I guess we can decide whether or not we want. Well, she can probably handle the damage. We're not worried about that. She has retaliate anyway. Oh no, she doesn't have retaliate because she's touching Jubilee. Do we want him to scheme? Well, she can't even heal. That's the problem. So I and he's gonna scheme for. I mean, we still have ways to go. He needs 14 to win. But if he's gonna scheme both times against 2 characters, though, that's gonna be a lot. So you know what? I'll just keep Rogue in hero form. Oh, and then I mean, once I switch back to if I switch to alter ego, we have to take away touch anyway. But you know, right now she has stalwart, which is not that great anyway. So I think stalwart is just she can't be confused or stunned. So right, I guess what stalwart is. Where's that? Oops. Stalwart. Page 37. Cannot be stunned or confused. Okay, yeah. Okay. Alright. I think we're cool. So now we get to draw cards. There's another multi-talented. Nice. So she gets 5. She gets another multi-talented. She has 3 multi-talented in this deck. Wow. Okay. And then she gets 4. Oh, we got Bulletproof Bell. Nice, we got Bulletproof Bell. So, 2 Bulletproof Bells. Oh, there's also a hero interrupt. When the hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense. Oh, that's really nice. So we have to pay for that. 1. When an enemy with touch attached to it attack. Okay, so I guess we can get rid of one bulletproof though, to pay for not today. So that way we can get rid of some couple of threats from the scheme. Okay. And then everybody gets readied up. All right. So now it's a villain phase. Gets 2 more here, so back to 6. It's gonna attack Jubilee. Now we have to decide. No, oh, Jubilee doesn't get attacked. He gets a scheme because Jubilee's not around. So he schemes for 1 plus nothing. So so now we have 7. So he's halfway there. Now he gets to attack Rogue. So she's going to defend. And it's going to be 2 plus 2, so 4. We're going to use not today. It's not today. Yeah. Who is that? Colossus and somebody, I don't know. Is that Karma? No, that's not Karma. That's... I don't know who that is. Oh, that's the shield lady, whatever her name. So, but yeah, with this, I get +2 defense. And since I don't take any damage, because it's 2 plus 2, her defense is 2, and we get +2 defense. And I'm going to use Bulletproof Bell as the resource. Since there's no damage from this attack, I get to remove 2 schemes, 2 threats. Okay, that's nice. Very good. Okay, so now Jubilee needs to resolve an event. What is it called? Encounter. Oh shit. Armored Rhino suit. Attached to Rhino. Force interrupt. When any amount of damage would be dealt to Rhino, place it here instead. And if there's at least 5 damage here, discard. This is... See, I mean, this is horrible. This is actually a really horrible upgrade. And this is why I always lose to Rhino. Because he has these like... I think there are multiple of these in the deck. Where he gets an armored suit or buff. So we need to damage this like 5. We need to give 5 damage to this suit before we can continue to damage him. Okay, so that's resolved. So now it's a Rogue's encounter. False alarm. When revealed, you're confused. If you're already confused, this card gains surge. Okay, since we have Stalwart, Rogue didn't get confused. Because she touched Jubilee, and when you touch a hero, you gain Stalwart. So, okay, nice. That's all done. So now it's going to be Rogue is going to be the first player again. All right. So now we have to worry about this also, and we don't even have a lot of resources. Well, this actually is two resources, 2 energy resources actually with this card. But if we use this, that's going to be 6 damage. Okay, at least we get rid of the armor suit. You know what? Might as well. So let me go ahead and use 2 energy plus 1 strength resource. So that's 2 different type of resources that we pay for the 3 resources needed to play Grand Finale. So we deal 2 damage to the suit, and then since we're using 2 different types of resources, for each different resource type you use to pay for this card, choose an enemy and deal 2 damage to it. So we're gonna add 2 more here. I mean, there's no trample though, so, but, so, and then another 2 damage, so we got rid of the armor using Grand Finale. See how, it's such bullshit. It's such bullshit. This is why I only have like the 30% win rate against Rhino. This armored suit is such bullshit. Okay, so that's all done. She's exhausted, so she can't do anything else. Even if I flip her to, yeah, we're just gonna keep it. Keep her in hero form. Oh, and I forgot to reassign this. Do I want to keep stalwart, or do I want? There's no reason for us to. Yeah, we're gonna touch Rhino, so we get retaliate. So, and we're gonna keep her in hero form. Okay, now it's Jubilee's turn. She can cast multi-talented. Oh, but it's hero action, so she has to be a hero to be able to cast this. Oh, there's a couple of upgrades here that we should consider, though. Okay, let's see. So do I want to... Is there a particular item that I really want? Not really, huh? So we can just not worry too much about shopping spree. Maybe we should heal and then switch to hero form. Oh, and then she was supposed to get 6 cards, actually. In alter ego form, she has 6 cards. So I just noticed that hand size is 6. Okay. Let's think about this. Ugh. Does she get more? Yeah, her hand size is 6 also. So maybe it's something to consider. So you get more resources and all that. Do I want to recover? Or do I want to do something else? Do I want to get rid of shopping spree? She has 2 defense, 1 fort. I think what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and heal. So now she's back to maximum 9 HP from 7, and then we're gonna flip her to back to hero form, and then she can play. Hold on, do I want to upgrade her? Because upgrading is important. Jubilee sunglasses. Jubilee gets +1 attack. Hero response. After you play an attack event, exhaust Jubilee sunglasses and choose an enemy. Deal 1 damage to that enemy for each different resource. That's really good. So this actually combos well with Grand Finale. So we should definitely use this ASAP, or upgrade Jubilee ASAP with this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that then. So we're going to use, yeah, I hate this I really hate this card because it doesn't, I don't understand this card. I mean, I understand what it does. I don't understand the ability. Like, it's called cell phone. It's called cell phone. There's a picture of Wolverine looking derpy. And what it does is, like, it has 3 counters. I mean, I don't understand the logic of this. It has 3 counters, and then you can make another character. I guess you call the other character and tell them to attack a thwart, and then you get a +1 to the attack to the thwart. But then you exhaust that character because it's a basic attack. Or with a character they control. I see. So so it doesn't have to be, okay, so this would be good, I guess, if you have allies on the field. Okay, I see that now. But yeah, I mean, it just the ability is kind of silly. Like, you call them and then I don't understand. Like you have limited data or something. I mean, then why wouldn't you just be calling them and all the time and have them attack all the time? I don't understand this ability. It's like a boost, I guess. But why would they be boosted? Because you call them on a cell phone to tell them to attack. I don't understand. It's just funny. And then the picture is, like, really silly. It's like, I think that's Wolverine. This is Wolverine, right? Like, when the first time I saw this, I was like, who is this motherfucker? I mean, who is this? And I was like, no, that has to be Wolverine because, you know, I know this is like a basic card, but since they placed it in a pre-made deck for Jubilee, it has to be a Wolverine. I mean, it looks kind of like Wolverine, I guess, because you see he has that, what is that called, a sideburn, like a little beard in the side of his face. I think it's Wolverine. I can't. It's a strange looking card, but anyway. Okay, so we're gonna use. Okay, we have to pay for that. We will use what shall we use to pay for that? Oh, this one's pretty good too, but we're gonna keep this. Waylay. Hero responds. Attack. After your hero thwarts, deal 4 damage to an enemy, 7 damage, and set it to thwart. Remove the last threat of. Oh. Dang, that's actually it's pretty good. But yeah, we have to pay 2 resources to get Jubilee sunglasses. So I'm gonna use the goofy cell phone card and Power Justice. So yeah, because I want to keep multi-talented. Okay. That's all done. And she can't do anything anymore because she's exhausted. We get to draw cards. So she gets 2 more. And then Rogue gets 5. 4, 5. Oh, we got not today again. That's very nice. And then we ready them up. Okay. So now it is the villain phase. He gets the scheme for 2. So now it's up to 7. Halfway. And since we're both in hero form, he's going to attack. He's going to attack Rogue. And we're going to defend because we have not today. So. And we're going to use X Gene to pay for not today. And it is +1, so it's 3 damage. She gets 2 + 2, so it's nullified. She has retaliate, so now he gets damage for 1. So it's down to, we're chipping him down slowly, but surely he's down to 11. And with not today, we remove 2 threat from a scheme. So there's no damage. Okay, very nice. Alright, so now he's gonna attack Jubilee. Do we want Jubilee to defend? You know what? We should. We should defend. So we're gonna go ahead and defend. And he is attacking for, oh my god, look at that. 4 damage. And she has 2 defense, so she gets damage for 2. Back down to 7. Yeah. And now we have to resolve an encounter card, so Rogue gets Stampede. When reveal hero, Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, the character is stunned. That's nasty. Okay. We thought that we got away scot-free. It's going to be 3 attack. So she gets damage. She's down to 6, but she has to retaliate, so he gets damage for 1. And since she got damaged, and now she's stunned, so she cannot attack. The next time this character would attack, she can't, because she's stunned. Okay. Nasty. Okay, so now it's Jubilee's encounter. Look at this shit. So this gets attached to Rhino, enhance Ivory Horn. He gets +1 attack every time he attacks now. Yeah, nasty. And then you have to spend 3 strength resources to discard this during your hero action, during your turn. So, disgusting. Okay, so that's all done. So now this gets moved over here to Jubilee. Now we're back to the player phase. Alright, let's see what we're going to do. There's an unlikely duo event here, but we don't have Wolverine out, so Wolverine has to be in play for you to be able to play this card. And they do put, I think, 1 Wolverine ally card in her deck. What we should do is Plasmoid, not Plasmoid. We should do a multi-talented. Because we have 3 different resources. So that's, we can heal for 2, remove 2 threats, and also damage 2 damage on an enemy. Or we can use I guess we can't even really use waylay anyway. Hold on. After you thwart, a hero thwarts. Okay, and how? Because you have to completely remove to get the 7 damage. Because I am worried about the enhanced ivory horn there for Rhino. That +1 damage is not good. You think it's like, oh yeah, it's just +1, but you know, your hero doesn't have a lot of your heroes don't have a lot of HP. Isn't there like a yeah, there's like these little things here, but I think that this is for something else though. Because we already have the indicator there, so you know that he has +1 damage. Oh, that's for this. Okay, yeah, for if the scheme accumulation gets boosted. Alright, so let me think. Now, if she has stun and then she touches an ally, she gains stalwart. Does that remove the stun? Okay, so you do, yeah, it gets removed. So all we have to do is just touch Jubilee. We just have to touch Jubilee to remove that, but yeah, okay. Let me think about what we should do here. Because I think I want to use multi-talented. That way we can do 3 things at once, you know? Yeah, let's do multi-talented since we do have the resources for it. So I'm going to use Plasmoid Energy. Cover Your Eyes team is about to get lit. It's a pretty cool card. So you get energy and strength resources, and then we're going to use Unlikely Duo for that wild resource there. So 3 different types. Now, when it asks for specific, before we do this, because I remember reading somewhere about when it asks for a specific icon. Because I think you can use wild. Wild is pretty much wild can be anything. Let's see here. Multi-talented. When resources are not being generated for a cost, a wild resource does not have any characteristic other than wild resource. In such context, wild resources cannot be interpreted as other resource type. For each printed energy discard this way deals 2 damage. So the energy card that has 2 resources would count as 2. But the card you do up to 13 if you get energy and 4 other cards would be small. It would say it doesn't matter if it has 2 or more. Now I'm confused. I'm using wild resource of fuel report. No one can stop me now. Let me see if I can. When a player generates a wild resource, they must specify which resource type it is being used as. When resources are not being generated for a cause, there are certain cards that have effects based on the printed resource on cards discarded in your deck. And this is a situation where you're not using resources for a cost. Okay, you're just referencing them for an effect. Okay. Basically, you use wild resources to pay for a cost that requires a specific type of resource. But if an effect is checking what resources are on a card for reasons other than a cost, wild resources are just wild resources. Okay. It's saying if you use a wild resource card to pay for something, you choose the type. If anything else refers to resource type, you treat it as wild. As an addition, these other abilities are referred to printed resources. Okay. All right, that makes sense. So then we can say, yeah, it works for this reason. Because we're going to say that instead of this being a wild resource, we're going to say that this is a mental resource. So we're going to do multi-talented. Okay, and here's the cool thing. Since we have Jubilee sunglasses upgrade, Jubilee gets +1 attack. Oh, no, that's just... She gets +1 attack now with this upgrade available. But she's exhausted right now, so she can't do basic attack. But there's a hero response. After you play an attack event, exhaust Jubilee sunglasses. So we can exhaust this and choose an enemy. Deal 1 damage to that enemy for each different resource types used to play for that event. That is amazing. So we use 3 different types of resources. So Rhino actually gets additional 3 damage thanks to Jubilee's glasses. So we're gonna do the 2 damage with the strength resource. So now he's from 10, he's down to 8. And then we're gonna remove 2 threat from the scheme. So now this is down to 3. And then we're going to heal 2 damage to Jubilee. So now she's back to max. This is amazing. And then with Jubilee sunglasses, because we use 3 different types of resources, we get to deal 3 damage to Rhino. So from 8 now he's down to 5. Okay. Don't celebrate just yet though, because we're still in phase 1. After we get him down to 0, that he actually recovers. He actually regenerates HP, and he's gonna go back to he's gonna go to 30 HP now, second round. So we're not even close to winning the game. We're like almost halfway. So there's still a lot of shit that can happen. Between now and then. Okay. So that's done. Well, that's pretty good. I mean, here's the funny thing, because Jubilee is doing like so much damage, and Rogue is basically just, well, because the default deck is like she has a protection aspect. So, but Southern Cross can actually do a lot of damage too. So I just haven't had the opportunity to do a lot of aggressive things with Rogue. Okay, so that's all done. So now it is Rogue's turn. So we get touchback. So we should touch Jubilee so that we can get rid of stun. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna touch Jubilee. So now we gain Stalwart, and this is done. This is cancelled. It's not like she can do anything anyway, so. And she's exhausted. Okay, let's see what we have here. There's Rogue's Jacket that can add to her thwarting and attacking stats. She gets +1. It's an okay upgrade. It's not the best. Seven Cross, you have to pay 3 resources to play it, so we can't even play that. There's Judoka skill. 3 judo counters, max 1 per player. When you defend against an enemy attack, remove 1 judo counter from there. That enemy gets a -2 attack for that attack. We should probably use this. Since I'm not impressed with Rogue's Jacket. How does a jacket give her +1 thwarting and +1 attack? That doesn't make any sense. The jacket is just her jacket. It doesn't have any powers attached to it, right? Rogue's Jacket. It's like they ran out of ideas. It's like, let's just call this ability Rogue's Jacket. Yeah, I don't know how the jacket gives her +1 thwarting and +1 power, but attack. But we're gonna upgrade her with Judoka skill, so I'm gonna go ahead and use these 2 cards to pay for it. Okay. And then she gets 3 counters there. Okay. Has a pretty cool picture though on this card. Okay, that's all done. So we get to draw cards. So she gets 3 cards. Another Waylay, okay. This X-Gene is also on her deck. Oh, there's Iceman. 3 HP. We got, yeah, the third superpower adaptation. Nice. Okay. And then ready up. Okay, now it's the enemy phase. I think we're gonna end the session after this. After we're done with this enemy phase. So he gets to 2 more threats, so back to 5. So at least the threat is not going up, you know. Seems like we keep finding ways to keep it from reaching even halfway. So I'm not feeling too stressed out about the actual scheme. Still worried about this ivory horn. Okay, so Jubilee acted first, so now she gets to get attacked first. Now, do I want to defend? She should definitely defend because she only has 9 HP. Oh, and then Rogue is at 6, but now she has a Judoka skill, so Jubilee is going to defend. And he attacks for... Okay, thankfully the boost is not adding to anything. So, but it's 2 plus 1, so it's 3, so she gets damage for 1 because she has 1 defense. So she's down to 8. It's not bad. Okay, so now it is Rogue's turn. So we're gonna defend. And it's going to be 2 plus 2 plus 1, so 5. But we're going to use the Judoka skill, interrupt. So remove 1 counter, minus 2, so it's actually just 3 attacks. Oh god, that still hurts. Oh no, because 3, no, that's a lot better. So she has 2 defense, so she's down to 5. That's not bad. Okay. But we really need to have her recover some HP. She has to resolve an encounter, and that's going to be assault. That's horrible. Okay. When revealed, hero, villain attacks you. So she's going to attack Jubilee one more time. Yeah, this is, yeah. 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5. So Jubilee's down to 3. That's nasty. See, I mean, this is... She was at 8, right? Yeah, and then 5. So she's down to 3. That is crazy. And then she can't even heal. I mean, we can switch her to alter ego, but she can't even heal until like the next... until after the next player phase. We have to wait another round actually to heal her, so that's... Well, we have multi-talented at least, so we'll probably have to use that. Okay, and then the encounter for Rogue. Oh no, this is still here. This horn is still there. Okay, Stampede. Rhino attacks. If character is damaged by this attack, that character is stunned. So that's 2 plus 1. Oh no, oh yeah, this is the encounter. This is not, oh. Shit. Yeah, we don't know how much, how many HP gonna get removed from this attack. So, but she has stalwart, so she's not gonna get stunned because as soon as, because you have that status, so, I think when you're when you have stalwart, let me just see here, cannot be stunned or confused. So she can't be stunned or confused. At least there's that. But let's see how many HP is going to be removed. Okay, thankfully there's nothing from the boost. So it's 2 plus 1, 3. So she's down to 2. So we have to heal both characters or we're gonna lose. Jesus. Okay. So that's done. Rogue gets to act first next round. And I think we're gonna stop here. See, I mean, things just went down so fast. I mean, they're both now down to like really low HP. We still haven't beaten his first form, you know, because he has a second form. Yeah, this game is hard. It's not easy, for sure. And my win rate is 30% against Rhino. So we might not be able to beat him, to be honest. And I'm new to Rogue and Jubilee. It's basically the first time I've ever played with both of these characters. I still like their combination. But Rogue is the best because she can steal everybody's. I wish there was some kind of mechanics where she is able to steal like a weapon or attachment of a villain. I think that would have been super cool. You know, maybe like superpower adaptation can be used on villains. So yeah, that would have been nice, huh? Maybe, you know, I mean, instead of like because it's an attachment, maybe it stays on a character for like 3 rounds or something like that. So I think that would have been cool. But anyway, it's still pretty fun. I am worried that we might not be able to win this. But yeah, we'll play again maybe tomorrow. If I feel up to it, maybe I'll play it again tonight. But yeah, I'm feeling a little discouraged right now because I think it's going bad. It's not good. Because now, since both characters are low in HP, we have to recover. We have to heal them for a couple of rounds. Well, at least with Rogue, I guess for 1 round, and then Jubilee might have to stay in alter ego form for a couple of rounds, and then now the scheme is gonna be an issue, you know. So yeah, this is not looking good, but you never know. It might still be possible, but it doesn't look good, that's for sure. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, during the next session, we're gonna conclude this encounter. So, or I'll aim to get it done then, you know. It seems like we're about ready to lose the game. Because it's gonna get out of control. It's gonna get out of control here pretty quick. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.